Hello, and welcome to the ClearPath OS 2200 Release 20 Technical Update Session for the Universal Data System Control, or UDSC, Level 24R1. My name is Noah Gilbertson. I'm an Associate Engineer for the UDSC product. Along with me today is Aaron Baumer, another Associate Engineer. The Universal Data System Monitor, or UDSMON, is a tool you can use to view the active UDS environment in real time or from a UDS dump, which was taken earlier. It is helpful for monitoring current activity, analyzing performance, and investigating problems. UDSMON offers different views, called monitors, of UDS data, from the overall picture down to the detail of an individual thread. You can capture the content of any monitor or screen in a mass storage file to examine later. With UDSMON integrated into the UDSC source code, our clients can access future changes to UDSMON through Premise and apply them using a normal UDSC COMIS build. The UDSMON default installation is located in the file uds$src*abs$. If you do not provide an application name on the processor call, UDSMON solicits the name. There is no default application name. UDSMON will terminate after 3 consecutive attempts with an invalid application group name. You can specify the letter associated with a screen in the main menu on the UDSMON call. If you specify a screen letter in the call, UDSMON goes directly to that screen. If you do not specify a screen on the processor call, UDSMON displays the main menu. The B option executes batch mode. In batch mode, you select which monitor you want, and UDSMON prints it to the application group's print destination. If you call UDSMON in breakpoint mode, UDSMON assumes that batch mode is enabled. Option X shows transaction codes from the validation table or val tab instead of the initial control program or ICP name as the original run ID. One of UDSMON's features is utilizing dump mode. In dump mode, you can utilize UDSMON to analyze the UDS environment from a UDSC dump. Once you have created a raw dump file, attach a usename to the dump file with @use and assign the dump file. You are required to perform both actions to utilize dump mode processing. Dump keyword is required as the application group name when executing UDSMON. You can do this in either the call to UDSMON or when prompted to enter an application group name. Monitor G is not supported in dump mode. Now, we'll run through and describe each of the screens related to UDSMON. The main menu is the default greeting screen if you do not specify a UDSMON execution option. Here, it displays a list of monitors you can choose, as well as the function keys available for use in all of the UDSMON screens. The application group that was selected and the level of the UDSC execution, either at time of the dump or currently, is displayed in the copyright line. The last line shows the sampling period or refresh rate in milliseconds and the mnemonic prompt for you to enter your decision. This screen is displayed when you enter a question mark character on the main menu. It starts off with how to call UDSMON and the various options. Page 2 is general information to help cover functions available to the user throughout the use of UDSMON. Pages 3 through 5 have brief descriptions of each monitor. You can page forward and backward with the plus and minus characters. Monitor A provides a summary report for all the active threads on the user's selected application group. Use the toggle option, character T, to switch the header information between current information and the historical cumulative information. When a user enters a slot number as input, the monitor provides thread-specific information. An example of this is in our second photo on the right. The thread-specific screen provides statistics for the user's selected thread. The thread-specific screen is divided into three parts: thread details, reader write and lock information, and LDM-related information. You can return from the thread-specific screen by entering the character A. Monitor B provides information regarding different types of banks configured for a UDSC subsystem. The first line provides the number of banks for different bank types. The remainder of Monitor B is divided into two columns to provide individual bank utilization. Monitor C screens display a report of the active configuration, including the date and time of the most recent activation in the header. Attributes that are associated with the application group configuration are displayed. The header can include a line indicating that a new configuration is pending because someone performed a process configuration install or process configuration immediate. Monitor D displays a core block of memory. You can enter a memory address displaying data beginning at the given address. In the Universal Data System Administration Guide, you can find a list of dedicated acronyms to help you jump to specific places in memory. For example, entering @ACT shows the start of the application characteristics table. The wait functionality is particularly useful for this screen. Entering the W character will freeze the updating display, giving you time to enter an address or table name.
Monitor E displays elements that include Extended Structured Query Language, or ESQL, programs currently registered with the UDS application group and are present in the Relational Database Management System, RDMS, auto-recompile table. For each automatically recompiled ESQL statement, you can see the associated file and element names, the recompile count, the reuse count, and the thread start time. Monitor F displays information about files known to the application group. For each file, you can see the number of pages currently in page cache for schema files, the type of file, the number of I/O requests, the number of page updates, the number of times a page or record level lock has been granted for the file, and the file status. Monitor F uses the toggle feature, which allows you to choose whether to display the last 5 columns of data. If the last 5 columns of data are turned off, the screen will show 2 columns of file entries instead of just one. Monitor G displays recent rollback errors encountered by UDSC active thread structures and the associated run IDs related to them. Some rollback errors are considered to be OK errors and will not appear on this screen. Entering a D at the prompt on the screen shows deadlock detections in addition to the rollback errors. Monitors I, J, and K begin with a summary screen that displays all initialized thread entries, showing the slot number, original and generated run IDs, and the start of step time. When you enter one of the slot numbers associated with a thread entry, you open a detailed view for that thread. In the detailed screen for Monitor I, you see various counts for all of the logical data managers in use. Choosing Monitor J or Monitor K instead provides extra information for Data Management System or DMS activity and RDMS activity, respectively, in the detailed views. In Monitor M, you can see how space has been allocated in some of the UDSC databanks, which are the UDS Control DBanks or DCSD, Extended UDS Control DBanks or XDCS, Table Control System DBanks or TCSD, File Paging Table Entry Banks or FPTE, and Lock Banks. For each bank type, this screen displays the number of banks in use along with the word usage. The tables for DCSD, XDCS, and TCSD banks break down the allocated blocks by size and usage. Monitor P displays the program change requests, or PCRs, also known as changes, or CHGs. This screen displays changes you have applied to the installed versions of UDSC, RDMS, and DMS. If you have not applied any changes to a product since the last release, UDSMon displays the message "No PCRs applied" under the logical data managers. If UDSMon cannot find the change list information, it displays the message "No change list available for LDM." Monitor Q displays queuing and deadlock information. In the header, you can see queue and deadlock counts on files, pages, records, and tables, and you can choose to see the current counts or the historical counts since application group initialization with the toggle feature. The table shows you deadlock entries, including the entity ID, block number, and record number associated with each one. Monitor R displays information about the retention files for the application group. Entering this monitor provides you a summary view which shows each configured retention file followed by its segments. Entering a thread number brings you to a detailed view which displays the thread view information about the retention file and segments associated with individual threads. Monitor S displays information about DMS schemas and subschemas. Entering this monitor shows you a summary view that lists the DMS schemas from Table Reference List or TRL entries and some information about each one. Entering a TRL number brings you to a detailed view where you can see more information about the corresponding schema, including a list of subschemas. Thank you for listening to this overview of the new UDSC feature, UDSMon. We hope you found this information useful.